The robot, after utilizing its distance sensors as well as its camera, is able to identify the proper placement for the duck. After dropping the block in the corresponding location, it then proceeds to advance to the carousel. Utilizing the sensors of gyro and distance as well, it locates the correct area and proceeds to drop the duck. From there, it advances forward and safely drops into distance sensor number 1 analyzes the distance between itself and the wall behind it. Distance sensor number 2 locates the distance from the left side of the wall to the robot. Distance sensor number 3 locates the correct distance between the robot as well as the right side of the robot. Another sensor that is also utilized on the robot is the camera itself. It is able to identify the level that the duck is standing on and therefore able to execute the correct level during autonomous. Following the use of all 3 of the distance sensors as well as the adjacent camera sensor, you are able to see that our robot can identify the proper corresponding level and place the block successfully. A key algorithm that you can identify is that the distance sensors are constantly displaying a live reading of the distance from the robot to the adjacent walls. Using that key algorithm that we programmed it is able to identify where it is on the field at that current position and therefore able to successfully carry out autonomous. You can see in the displayed image above, you can see that our claw is in front of the robot. In order to properly identify where it is on the field during teleop, we utilize a bit of the camera as well as the distance sensors on the side to properly position the claw for proper grabbing. If you are following along to our engineering portfolio right now, as you can see in the image displayed above, our driver control period information as well as our plan of attack and game strategy all follow along the pages of driver control is page 5. Our plan of attack and game strategy is page 7 and 8. Displayed in the image above, you can see that starting position, which is the box. It begins in that first quadrant. It advances forward, then to the left, then forward once more for position number 2. Drops block after locating correct placement. Advances to the right, then back down. Then advances to the right once more and proceeds to do carousel. After doing carousel, it then proceeds to advance forward and position itself fully parked inside our Alliance warehouse. As seen in the image displayed above, our robot begins in position number 1 in our first quadrant. It then advances forward and to the right, then forward once more. After successfully identifying which level the duck is in, it places its block and proceeds to then advance to the left and enters the warehouse for proper placement and optimal starting position. As well as once this information has been identified, it is now ready to go after having collaborated with our alliance partners, and these autonomouses work for both the red side and blue side and they are mirrored, therefore performing the same actions regardless on which side we are on.